All right, so this is our monthly chart, and we can see that we've been on a buy on the monthly chart. So this is the last structure. This is the last. So we were actually selling off here from this high price. This was the last low. So price broke this low. We had a break of this low. We had a push to the upside. Price made a new low. So you have a higher high. Price made a new low. Oh shit, this is not a structure. So this was the last structure right here. Then this one, let me see. No, this was actually 100% pullback. This was not a break of structure. So this was the 100% pullback. Then we dropped. Price came back again to this structure, and then we dropped again. Finally, we had a break to the upside. So we finally had a break of structure, a pullback, and a continuation to the upside. So this was the last structure right here. This low and this high. So we have a new high and a new low. Then if I zoom in a little bit, I want to have this thing sitting on the body of this candle. You can see that. So from here, price made a new low, and then we have a new high. This green candle broke above, made a new high. So we actually have a new high right here. So our current monthly structure is now, this is now our current low, and this becomes our new high. We already have two red candles that's forming our monthly, that's confirmed our monthly structure. So on the monthly, this is our current structure on the monthly time frame. And we're overall, we are still on a buying trend on the monthly time frame. So monthly low, and this is our monthly high. So inside the monthly structure, inside the monthly time frame, the structures you're going to be considering will be the weekly. So it's going to be the weekly structures within this monthly structure. So now we're selling. Now we're in a sell. So we're going to assume that we're coming down to this weekly monthly low. So in the course of us coming down, we're going to consider all the structures, all the interference, mainly on the weekly time frame. So now we're coming down, we're going to be considering the structures on the weekly time frame only. So on the weekly time frame, let me align this thing a little bit. So the weekly structures that I meant from when we started buying up. So we're going to identify all the weekly structures. So these are weekly structure. These are our next weekly structure. Right there. So that gives us, from this low, we have a high, we have a low, we have a high. So this is the last low, and this is now our last high on the weekly time frame. So we had that and this current low. So you can see this current structure got broken. There was a break of structure here. We had two candles that pulled back. Then we have a continuation to the downside. This body has broken this low. So our weekly structure is now, our current weekly, like the structure we're looking at currently is this. Let me undo this for now. Let me leave this one. where it is. So our current structure is this high and this low. So when price dropped here, price came back again to this high to retest this high. Then we had a drop. We have just had a new low. So from here to here is now our current structure, no longer here. So, and this gives us a new weekly low and a new weekly high. So this is the zone, but the current structure will be here. So this is a new low. So from here to here is our current weekly structure. So, and we already have two green candles. So I want to, what happens is, most times there are different types of pullback. We are still in a sell trend on the weekly. Remember, we anticipate that prices will be coming down to this monthly low. So, but there are different types of pullback. Sometimes price can pull back 50% of the time, or maybe 100% of the time. So it looks like we're coming back to retest this high to make 100% pullback. From there, then we can drop back again to this low. So from here, I'm going to go down to the next lower type, which is on the daily, to actually see what is happening within this structure. Since we are currently on a buying trend, there's a strong structure, two green candles that is pushing price up. So let's see what's happening from this high to this low. So on this daily, there are structures within this weekly. There are daily structures within this weekly structure. So that we need to identify all the daily structures within this weekly structure, from this weekly high to this weekly low. So the first daily structure is, let me mark it out. From this high, we have a low, we have a high, we have a low, we have a high, we have a new low, we have a high. That's like a little structure here where price reacted off this spot, but this is the current. Since this is not a two candle, let me just leave this part alone. So these are clearly two candles that gave us a daily structure. So when price came up to this daily zone, price came up there. So let me first identify all the daily structures. This is the next one. Right here is the next one. So now, when price from this weekly low, price came into this daily structure, that's why we're getting this sell-off. So, and the sell-off, price came right on this 200 daily moving average. There's also a daily structure. There's like a daily structure within this zone. So right here, this red candle, price is rejecting up there, and that's also where we have our 200 moving average. So where is price going to? Price is going to the next daily structure. From this buy, we already have the two candles. This is not a structure, there's a red candle in between. So this is where I see price coming to from here. So price came into this daily zone. We dropped. So price is going to the next structure, this daily structure. Price is going to come here. I see price coming here. Maybe from here, we're going to drop to retest this high. So we're going to drop down to retest this high. From this high that's going to become a daily low. We're going to come to the next daily structure, which is going to be here. So price is going to come to this daily structure. From here, we're going to retest this high, then before coming fully into weekly high. So from this weekly high, we might possibly have another drop back to this daily low. So just following the same pattern, maybe drop it down again to the weekly low. What I mean by following the same pattern, it's not like it's going to drop straight the way I drew this. It's going to follow this same, possibly going to follow this same structure while dropping. So this is what I'm looking at. So currently, this is our current daily low. So I see price coming into this next structure, but I also want to see how price reacts when price gets to this high. So I'm going to go to the next lower time frame, which is the H4 time frame. Since we already identified all our daily structures, so let's see what's happening on H4. I can take out this for now, since we know price is coming here. So on the H4, let's see the H4 structures for when price is going to this daily structure. So on the H4, our H4 structures, I can align this a little bit better. Our H4 structures from this daily high are going to be there's a structure here which is aligned with this one. So let's say here price drops here, we have a new high. Let me temporarily take out this one. So the structures I'm seeing price rejecting at it, we're gonna come here, price is gonna come to this structure. So from there, I actually see, like currently, there's a structure right here. No, hold on, let me use this one instead. So the H4 structures, there's a daily high, there's a H4 structure right here. So for the H4, I'm going to use the blue. The next one will be, the first one is here. So there's also, when we had this from this side, we dropped, price dropped, then made a new high here. So from there, let me see, let me use this one. So there's this price actually dropped below. There are two green candles there. There's a structure, there's a little structure. These two green candles. So price might also react off this structure. So let me just add that if there's no reaction, then that's fine. Yeah, and yeah. So these are the areas I want to see price. I want to pay attention to see, to observe the price action coming into this week. So finally, we already know we're coming to this. Let me temporarily remove this. So we already know we're coming to this daily high. And like I said, from this daily high, I want to see how price rejects and drop down to retest this high. Just following this big this schematic. So now from what happened on Friday, we could see how price broke this our H4 structure. So when we were selling, actually when we started buying, we bought here, we sold, price had a pullback, we had a high, we have a new low, a new high, a new low. This is the last high, the last H4 structure. So we had a break of this structure. You had a break of this structure. You had a pullback. You had a continuation to the downside. This is the last H4 structure here. Then we had this low. So now this high got broken. So price just broke this high, coming into this next structure. So I want to see how price comes back to retest this high, making it coming into this zone. So I want to see price action around this area. Then from here, I want to see how price reacts off this area again. So I'll be watching these zones maybe come back again before coming into this high. So this is what I'm looking at for. Maybe this might be Monday, Tuesday, but like I said, I'm just gonna pay it. So I want to see how price reacts off this zone. I want to see how price reacts. So from this high, I want to see how price drop down to retest this area, this zone. So I'm going into, my bias is buy. Going into let me drop down to, let's say let me drop down to 15 minutes time frame. So on the 15 minutes time frame, that's actually when you will see the structure clearly. Starting from this high. So, because when we were buying, this was the last low. We have a high, we have a low, we have a high, we have a low, we have a high here, we have a high, then price came and broke this low. You have a break of structure. See how price broke? You have a pullback, then we had a continuation to the downside. This candle, this one broke below this, so this was the continuation to the downside. Then we had a pullback here. We had a pullback there. Pullback. Then we had a continuation to the downside. We had a pullback. Then we have this new low. Have a new high. Have a new low. Have a new high. Have a new low. Have a new high, which we actually faked out. More like 100% pullback. We have a new low. So this was the last structure here. So price made 100% pullback, coming back into this zone. So this zone, you see, we're still in a sell in a sell trend. The current structures here and here. But then we had a 100% pullback. Price actually broke this high a little bit, then it dropped down again to this low, then it came back again. There's a zone where price, all these things are happening within a zone. So but then you should already be paying attention in this. Whenever price comes to this zone, you observe your price action fall. So like I said, since our bias was sell at this time, you shouldn't even bother yourself trying to catch on the buys. So you should focus on the sell trend. So from this high, we just had a new low. On this high, we just had a new low. Yeah, let's start from here. So let me say, from here, we have a new low, and finally price broke this low. You have a pullback. Then this is still within. Let me use the other one. Let me use this one. So we have a new high here. Let me check this out. So there was actually a break of this structure. Price pierced through, but I will not call this a break. Well, this body, this red candle actually closed below this red candle, giving us a new structure there. So this structure, we had a pullback, we had a continuation to the downside. That's what I mean. So giving us a new high. Yeah. Oh shit, I'm doing. So giving us a new high and this new low. So we're still in a sell trend. Then we came into like a little range. Then from here we have a new high, price made 100%, and this actually broke again. It's still within this zone, so it's more like a ranging market. From this high, price finally clearly broke this low. So price broke, giving us a new high, yeah, and this new low. So we had a pullback, then we had a breakout to the downside, continuation to the downside, giving us a new low here and a new high. Then on Friday, there was a break of structure that happened on Friday. Was it on Friday or was it on? No, this was on Tuesday, on Thursday evening. So this was the last sell structure. You see how price broke? We had a pullback, then we have the continuation to the upside. So initially we missed our buy during Asian section. So when Asian market opened, since I already knew price was coming into this 1929, because that's what I called for in the I called for 1929, excuse me, for my next buy, because going back again to H4, going back since we're already in a buying trend here. So where is price going to? I know price is going to the next structure. So where's the next structure? The next structure is right here, where we already marked out as our H4 structure. And what is the highest point of that structure? Is that 1929? So that's why I was targeting here. At least price will come here for a TP that we did for the buy we took on Friday. So now if you have a drop, if price drop, my next buy will be coming back again to take profit at 1929. So hopefully between Asian and London section, if we're able to drop, my New York session, my bias is buy. I'm not going to look for sell. I'm not interested in selling this down. I'm not interested. So I only be paying attention to market structure. If I get opportunity to go to enter a buy, I'm going to buy back to this high. So going back again to like I already showed you guys where I was anticipating this buy to come to. So if I'm able to drop, I'll buy and take profit here. Then I'll watch what happens. So hopefully if we just take profit here and drop, I'll also be looking for another buy. My next buy, I'm going to try to aim for this next high, this area. So I'm going to try to aim. For that. Let's see. Yes, I'll try to aim for this high, this area. So my then going back to that 15 minutes time frame. Going back to that 15 minutes time frame. So I missed my buy here because we already had a break of structure, pullback, continuation to the upside. So market close, then Asian session was opening, was supposed to have at least was supposed to have, I caught the buy, but then I told the group to temporarily just close it out because I wanted to give the Asian market opportunity to give us the clear direction, but the direction was already here, but I missed it. So if you even though let's say I was too scared, I would have had a buy stop at least 1912.5. So we would have had a buy stop here, targeting this 1929, about 165 pips. So my stop loss would have been from here 43.53. So my stop loss would have been 53 right here, and it went straight to TP. So it went straight to TP. So looking at the 15-minute structures again, these are the current 15-minute structure. We have this high, we have this low, we have this high, we have this high, we have this low, we have two candles gives us a structure. We have this low, we have this high right here, we have this current low. So these are all just a range. Then this is the current 15-minute structure. So I can take out this and this. So your bias should only be buy this coming week. So the current structures are this. So like I said, watching this green zone, I want to see how price keep dropping like to drop within this area. I'll be paying attention to what happens in 15 minutes time frame. So within this drop, you can see the structure within structure. So there's a high, two candles. There is this low, there's this high, there's this low. So if price breaks this high, if during Asian section, if price breaks this high, once it pulls back, without dropping lower, I'm going to be buying to take profit here. So once this happens, I will be having my buy to take profit here. If it happens during ASEAN section, I'm going to be buying to take profit there. But if it drops lower, if price keeps dropping, let's say this high, you have this. So if price keeps dropping lower to make like 100% pullback with this area. So if it keeps dropping, let's say if it breaks structure, if I see a break of structure on the 15 minutes, once it pulls back, I'm going to be buying to take profit here. So I'm going to be buying. So you have to pay attention to this structure. So this is what I'm looking at for.